Hello there, co-creators. It's Amanda again, back for season two. Today is April 1st, April Fool's Day. It's day one of my season two 100-day challenge, and I've kind of done a lot of thinking about what I want to do for this season, and basically concluded that I don't really have any specific goals. Um, I've been reading A New Earth and watching the seminars, webinars, whatever. And it's really got me thinking about how it says, the ego is always wanting, and I think that's been my problem is that I get so caught up on wanting something and the longing for it, and um, I started, equating that emotion of that as activity. I mean, like I was getting somewhere because it was emotional, and so anyway, I think I want the theme of this season to be just letting go and allowing, and just see what happens. Of course, in the background, I do want to attract more money and whatever, all these things that I've said already in my vision for my life, and just other goals that I set on the other previous challenge. So of course, I still want all those things to still come to pass, but I want to focus more on the practices this time, and I just know good things will come. So again, I want to focus on letting go and having fun. I want to have a lot of fun this season. So I don't know what that means. Just whatever. Have fun every day. Um, so in that, if I could go on some really hot, great, fun dates, that could be fun, right? I wouldn't mind doing that. And I also do want to take this season to really focus on my body and reshaping it. I'm starting a Nutrisystem, which I've done before, and but this time I feel like I'm really a lot more prepared mentally for maintaining. Like I started getting all caught up on, okay, so what am I going to do afterwards? How am I going to stick with, the changes or whatever. And my mom and my aunt, who've been reading A New Earth with me, and we've been listening to The Power of Now on CD, they kind of pulled me back to, the present, and said, don't worry about that. That's not even a real concern right now. You're getting too caught up in the future. So anyway, that's giving me a lot of relief. So anyway, I do want to focus on getting back in shape. I've been kind of just eating whatever I wanted since I've been here, so with no, thought about it. So um, anyway, so that's one thing that we're doing. The practices that I do want to focus on, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do these things every single day or anything, but I do want to get in the habit of doing a lot of these things. Some of them I'm already doing, but I just want to, like somebody else said, being in the challenge holds you accountable and reminds you that you are supposed to be doing these things as often as you can. But for one, I do want to pick up meditation. I've never really tried it. I mean, I would sit down to do it for a few seconds and then be like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But like I said, after reading The Power of Now and all that, it's really piquing my curiosity about it, and I think it just would be helpful, just in relaxing and just taking my mind out of a lot of things. So anyway, meditation. I want to practice what me and my aunt and my mom are calling conscious eating. I don't know where we got the term, but listening to your body. Again, that inner body that Eckhart talks about, and we've been noticing that we just are satisfied or full on way less food than we ever thought possible. So that's kind of been fun. And now stopping, you know, eating when you're reach that point is a different story. But anyway, that's what I want to work on: is conscious eating, keeping my space clean, because I do notice that I start to feel anxious when my car is messy or whatever. So my house, my car, my desk at work are the three things that I really want to keep in order. I have started creating a vision board for the season, and I really want to do more visualizations. I mean, I've kind of talked out some things before, but I've never really, sat down and tried to hone in on that power of actually focusing on something that I want and really visualizing it happening. So I want to take that to a new level. Again, like this, focusing on staying in the now is one of the practices that I want to do. And being conscious of and separating myself from my ego, and which has also been really fun. I find myself laughing at myself all the time, like, just sitting there observing my thoughts and just, seeing how your mind is it's just wild. It's crazy, but it feels so great just being able to observe and go, that's dumb. And then, that can be the end of it. And I really do see how Eckhart's saying, just being aware of it puts a space between you and that, thought. So that's been pretty awesome. I haven't been journaling too much, but I've done a little, but I want to do more of that. And continue and finish reading The New Earth and watching the webinars. And then just focusing on listening to God, which, goes hand in hand with meditating, whatever. Finding that space where, I feel like I'm totally aware of, that God that's in me, which is really powerful. And, like they've said, being in that space is like you're in line with the ultimate creator, and so when we're talking about all these, manifesting all these things, it's like, like when the Bible says, he spoke and, this came to existence, there was light and heaven and earth and all that. And we have that same power, it's like, so when we connect with that, I think it could be really awesome. So like I said, this season I'm not so much focused on specific things, but the last thing I wrote was just listening and doing, what God's telling me to do and being in line with Him. So looking forward to that. And then lastly, just to support my mom and my aunt. They're working on some things of their own, which I'll tell you more about later. But they're doing some really, really awesome things. So I'm so glad I have them and have their support and just love them. So I'm glad I have you guys online because that's a community too. But to have them here, just, I don't know, couldn't say enough about it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this first video. Look forward to telling you how it's going. So I guess I will see you next time.